Okay everyone, how are ya? Listen, we need to make a side dish and I just didn't want regular potatoes. So we thought we'd do this. This is smashed potatoes. Very simple recipe, you're gonna love this one. First up, we need some potatoes. That is 1.5 pounds of little fingerlings. If you got small potatoes or even just big potatoes, cut them up small. It'll all work. We're also gonna need some olive oil, a little salt and pepper, some garlic, some butter, and some spices. Now, let me explain the spices. I've got a pack of Herb de Providence. This one has most of what I wanted in it. Rosemary, thyme, sage, but it also had a couple other things. It's really not going to impact whatever you got. If you got other spices you want to throw in there, go ahead. And any good grocery store should carry this. Along with that, we're also going to need some balsamic vinegar, just for our mix at the end, but you'll see. Okay, our big bag of potatoes. And in case you're curious, this works out to 1.5 pounds of potatoes. I'm just gonna spread them out on the cutting board because I just want to make sure everything's okay and there's not like a rogue potato or whatever. It's always good to kind of get them. I mean, we got to wash them anyway, so I'll check them out. We'll get them in our strainer for now. And we'll get them over to the sink and get everything cleaned up. So over to our pot. We've got everything washed. Got it up to a boil, and we're going to cook our potatoes. We're pretty normal right now, but you see the size of those potatoes? That's about what you're looking for. Lid on, and of course 15-20 minutes. Those are about 25. You don't want them overcooked, but you do want them cooked. So we're going to strain them, and we're just going to let them cool down enough so they're okay to handle. 10 minutes should be more than enough. Don't rinse them. Oh, don't rinse them. You don't need to. Just let the air kind of cool them down. All right, so while we're waiting, we've got our baking sheet, of course, with parchment paper, and we're just going to lay them out on the pan. I could have used a smaller pan. Boy, that's a change. Usually I got everything just tight in there. Let's get this out of the way for now. And into a bowl, we're going to put our spices. So that is a teaspoon-ish. That's actually a tablespoon of butter. Olive oil. That's about 1/4 cup. A good tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. To your taste, of course. I put a little extra in just because. And here comes our Herb de Providence. Now, everything is about 1/2 teaspoon. So I kind of put in a good teaspoon and a half of the stuff. But like I said, I mean, you can experiment with it to see what kind of spices you really like. But this worked really well. Now, my butter was soft, but it wasn't gooey, so I just shoved it in the microwave for 30 seconds. That worked out just fine. Mix, 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 mix. And you can see how much liquid we got. It's not a lot, but it's going to be enough for our taters. Now here's where the smashed part comes in. This was kind of fun. You got to take each potato and go smash. Now if you don't want to do like I do with my palm, go get a potato masher. I mean, you can pretty well smash them the same way. Or a flipper. There. So now we smash them all. Next step's pretty easy. We take our little oil and spice mixture, our tablespoon we actually mixed it with, and we're just going to gently make sure we cover everything. Because even though you think you got a lot, if you're not careful, you get to the last 2 or 3 potatoes and there's not enough to go around. You just want to cover them on top. until they're all done, just like that. Now, these have to go in the oven, 450, and you probably want to preheat that, middle rack, and you want them nice and crispy, so you're going to put them in for about 25 minutes. When they come out, they're looking pretty good. Now, I could have left them in another 10 minutes to get them even crispier, but they smell really good. So I hope you can see like the bottom of them. The bottom's a little crispy, and that's why I said another 10 minutes. I just didn't want to burn them. And they were good. Oh, they were good. So you might have to play with it. 25 might not be enough, but there you have it. Smashed potatoes. Nice little change for a side dish for dinner. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.